Hey guys, my name is Sarah. My dog Rue is sitting up front soaking in the AC, and I can't blame her because we are in Florida. I just got back from a 4-month stretch in Hawaii, so I was recently reunited with Rue and my van, and now I am getting ready to hit the road. I have been running around like a crazy person for the last week since I got back, getting the van ready, getting myself ready, getting Rue ready to head west, and we are so excited. I spent the first 7 or 8 months of van life in the Northeast, which isn't very van friendly, so I'm really excited to see what the West holds for us. I have also taken this as an opportunity to go through my entire van and downsize and organize. So I've gotten rid of a lot of belongings in here. I think Hawaii actually helped me become even more minimal than I was before because I was living out of 2 suitcases for 4 months. So if I can do that, I can definitely go without half of the clothing that I have in this van. So I went through all of it and I created some donation boxes. So I'll be going to Goodwill tomorrow to drop everything off before I leave the next day. I also went and purchased a ton of items that are going to help me stay a lot more organized in the van this time around. So I am super excited to share all of this with you guys. But first, I want to start with how I've been getting myself ready to hit the road. I have had quite a few doctor's appointments since I got back to Florida. This is where my home base was before I started traveling, so I figured I might as well go back and see my old doctors and have follow-ups on some issues I've had in the past. I actually ended up getting a biopsy done on my cheek. You can't really see it anymore. It's finally healing. It was very small. It was a mole that I didn't even know was there, but since I have a history of melanoma, the doctor decided to cut it off and biopsy it. I haven't gotten the results yet, but honestly, I'm not too worried. I have had so many biopsies since my melanoma and haven't had any issues, so hopefully that's the case with this. I just had a freak incident when I was 21. I had a spot on my lower eyelid and I ended up having to have like 6 different reconstructive surgeries. And I honestly have been slacking on getting my skin checks in the last couple years. So this is a solid reminder to all of my fellow nomads to go to the doctor, go get your checkups. It's really important that we remember to take care of ourselves while living on the road. I also brought Rue to her yearly vet appointment, so she's all up to date on her vaccines now. She had her heartworm test so we could up her heartworm medication and her flea medication, so she is good to go. I have been slowly reintroducing her to the van by taking her in here to sleep with me at night. She's actually been staying with my mom for the last 4 months, so she's used to sleeping in a big open house and having a ton of space. So I've been bringing her back into the van to sleep with me at night. And at first she was a little bit stressed, but she seems to be getting used to it very quickly. And I've also just been taking her on fun little trips, like we went to Home Depot and she got all of the attention. We go to the park in the van. I'm just kind of easing her back into it before our long road trip days. I also upgraded to the new Waggle Pet Monitor. I'm super excited about it. This one is the Pro Plus. It does all the same things that my old one does and a few other features as well. If you don't know what the Waggle Pet Monitor is, basically it monitors your van's temperature and you can set it within a certain temperature range and it will alert you on your phone if it goes below or above that range. So it's very important for Rue's safety so I can make sure she is not overheating in the van. As far as the cold end, she is a husky, so I don't worry about her too much in the winter, but in the summertime it is very important to monitor the temperature in my van and make sure that she is cool enough. This also has GPS tracking on it, so I can share it with friends and family. And for myself as well, if my van were to ever get stolen, I can track it and see where it is. You can also set geofencing on here, so if your van were to go outside of a designated area that you set, you'll get alerted of that as well. This does require a subscription, but I think it is worth every penny to make sure that Rue is safe in the van. I still have my old Waggle Pet Monitor, which works great, so I decided to do a fun little giveaway. So if you guys are interested, I am going to make an Instagram post the same day that I post this video. Go to that post, comment with your dog's name that you will be using this for, and I will give it 1 week until I randomly select someone and send you your new Waggle Pet Monitor. Waggle has also so generously sent me their new Waggle Cam, which I'm also really excited about, because even though I have a security camera in my van, this will allow me to shoot treats at Rue, which will help make the van a much more fun experience for her. So I can watch her on this, I can shoot treats, and it also rotates around. So if she's in one part of the van that I can't see, I can rotate it to see her somewhere else. The only difference between this and the pet monitor is that this requires a connection to Wi-Fi. So I did test it out. I was able to connect it to my hotspot that I connect all of my other devices to, and it worked great. So I'm very excited. Not only can I use this in the van, but if I ever decide to rent an apartment or a house, I can use it in there as well. So thank you so much to Waggle. We are super excited about our new little toys for the van. And don't forget to comment on that Instagram post if you want a chance to win my old Waggle Pet Monitor. My van is gonna be a disaster by the time I'm done. Okay, let's move on to some items that I got for my safety in the van. These I got instead of getting the big rescue boards that people mount on the outside of their vans. So these are a lot more compact, obviously. I don't know if they work as well. They have great reviews on Amazon. I've yet to have to use them yet. I hope I don't have to use them, but if I do, I have them. They're kind of heavy though, I will say that. Ugh. It's so hot in here. Another random cool thing I got for the van, this magnetic flashlight. So I can turn it on and stick it on the side of the van so that I can have a light at night. I thought that was pretty nifty. This I did not recently purchase. I had it before, but it is super important for my safety. It's the Garmin Messenger, and it does require a subscription. But basically, if I'm in an area that doesn't have service, I can send text messages via satellite or send out an SOS if I need it. So not only for hiking and backpacking are these good, but van life as well. If you're in an area with no service, which are a lot of places out west, it's really good to have. And it's time for another big boy. So I got an air compressor finally. It's about time. I keep all of this stuff in my garage, but it's far too hot outside right now to be filming out there. So everything is on my bed. It's really great. Check out how beautiful she is. So this is a heavy duty off-road air compressor. It hooks up to your car's battery for power, and then you connect it with this, and then you monitor your tire pressure with this. And it's super convenient for off-roading because this can not only inflate your tires, but it can deflate them as well. And sometimes that is necessary for off-roading in certain areas. And the cool thing is, if you want to turn it off to check the pressure, you just pull this right here, and you don't have to go like messing with any switches or anything. And then you get a much more accurate tire pressure. And then you can just release it, push it back up, and continue to inflate or deflate your tires. This has been a long time coming. I should have already had one of these, but I didn't. but now I do. So thank you AstroAI for this beautiful air compressor. I'm sure it will come in handy. This is their T6 off-road model. I also have an entire video on safety items for my van. This would be one of them if I had it at the time, but I didn't. So go check that video out if you want more items for safety and solo female van life and all that kind of stuff. I didn't pack that very well, but look at how nice. I love all the packages they come in. Okay, now we are going to talk about everything I got to downsize and organize. This is probably my favorite part. Okay, let's start with this adorable little kettle that I got. Isn't it so cute? And it's so much smaller than my old one. Little size comparison. It's taller, but it is much slimmer, so it's going to fit in my little cup holder area. So I will use this to make my coffee in the morning or just any other foods that I need to boil water for. It's very lightweight, nice looking, convenient, has good reviews. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that is the brand, and I will put links to everything I talked about in the description below. Another thing I got are these little airtight containers for food. I really like these. I got them at Walmart. I just think they look so nice and pretty and they work well. And honestly, I am trying to seal all of my foods with scent because I will be camping in bear country and I don't want to attract any unwelcome guests. I know I've said this before, but I don't really have any experience camping in the van in bear country, so if anyone has any tips as far as that goes, feel free to leave me a comment below because I'm definitely not an expert in that area at all. But it'll be worth it to be in some very beautiful places. Another organization item I got is a toiletry bag, just one off of Amazon. This one is kind of on the larger side, but it does fit all of my stuff nicely. I was honestly just throwing everything in a bin before this, so this helps me stay so much more organized. I really like this thing. I also went packing cube crazy. I got so many packing cubes, but honestly, they are a game changer. I am saving so much space now, putting all of my clothing in packing cubes, and it's helping me stay organized to keep all of my short sleeves and my tank tops separated. And these are all of my medications right here, and supplements, and just towels. And honestly, they're a game changer. I love them. I got rid of the organizers that were in my bottom drawer where I kept all of my shirts, and I put them in packing cubes instead, and it seems to be saving a lot of space. So packing cubes, game changer, love them. As far as my winter clothing, I have been vacuum sealing all of them. So you can buy these vacuum seal bags pretty much anywhere, and they come with this little pump. That is how I transported my clothing from Hawaii back to Florida, and it saves so much space. So I'm just going to vacuum seal all of my winter clothing and put them in one of my bench seats. Another item I got to downsize is not packed very well at the moment, but it's a collapsible camp chair. I was trying to avoid this and get one that I could just open up, which is what I had for the last year, but it was so big and bulky and took up so much space. So now that I have a collapsible one instead, this honestly takes up so much less space, and I already have a small garage, so it's super helpful. Every square inch down there really does make a difference. Now this one I actually got in Hawaii. This is a sound machine for babies. Isn't it adorable? I am absolutely switching because this is my old one and it took up so much counter space. I will say it is also an essential oil diffuser and a nightlight, so it is multifunctional and very nice in that aspect, but truly I just need a sound machine to sleep at night. So we're downsizing and it's so cute, and this has to be plugged into an AC outlet. This does not. It has a rechargeable battery. So everything about this is better, worth the sacrifice. I know this doesn't seem like much, but in a van, things like this really do make a big difference. So that's pretty much everything I've gotten to either organize or downsize in the van. And now I'm just gonna move on to random miscellaneous items that I got that I think are convenient for van life, and you might too. This I've seen on a lot of different people's social media, is a squirt bottle to do your dishes with. Like, duh, why didn't I think about that before? You just put some dish soap and some water in here and you do your dishes that way and you save so much water. Why didn't I think about that? Same with these. These are face wipes, but you can use them as body wipes too, but they're water activated, so they don't dry out on you. Hi, Rue. I'm almost done, I swear. Hi, Bug. So yes, another van life game changer, in my opinion. What else? We got some national park passes, one for the United States, one for Canada. Exciting stuff. I almost forgot my leveling blocks. So this has also been a long time coming, but I will say, when I was camping in the Northeast, I was truly sleeping in a bunch of parking lots, which tend to be quite level. Now that I'm going to be doing more dry camping, I finally got some leveling blocks, which I am very excited to use. I mean, not really, but just knowing that I'm going to be in places that might require them makes me really happy. And I'll be ready, I'll be prepared. Okay, last but not least, I got a new shower head. I have yet to install it. I am going to have the guys at Drifter Vans install that because I will be there very soon. I'm going to be getting all sorts of upgrades, so stay tuned for that. I honestly just don't like the Nebbia shower head anymore. It is honestly just a mist, which is great for saving water, but then when I want to rinse the shampoo out of my hair, it's nearly impossible. So this will give me better water pressure. It's still an RV shower head, and I will just aim to take less showers, but they will be better showers. So yeah, I will be leaving in just a couple days. I am taking my van to Ford tomorrow to get the 360 camera replaced. There was a recall on it. They did that, but then one of the cameras still isn't working, so I have to go back again. Hence why I've been running around like a crazy person. But I will say the Ford dealership I've been going to is like the Beverly Hills of Ford dealerships. There's those hydro massage chairs, there's a fancy cafe, there's a theater. It's so nice, and they keep giving me vouchers to the cafe. So, I mean, I'm happy when I'm hanging out there, and I made a joke, it's gonna help me sell some more Ford Transits, which I'm actually really excited to be at Drifter Vans because I'm gonna get to see some of my clients' vans that are currently being built, which is so cool. So I'm finally feeling pretty ready, pretty prepared to hit the road and head out west and have a beautiful summer. I will take you guys along for the ride as always, so stay tuned and I will see you guys next time.